Hi, my name is Guavellana, which means flower in the cemetery in our Taino culture.
My name is Orokovi. I am Taino Arawak, or we're Taino Arawak. And my name means he who plows the land of our mother.
And where are you guys from?
Well, right now we reside in Hartford, Connecticut, but our parents, they all derive from Puerto Rico.
Okay. So, Junie, can you explain more about the role of women in the Taino culture and especially about the quote you were telling me earlier?
Well, the women in our culture, like with everything else, if our women don't function, the men won't function, the children won't function, just like with the whole house. If there's something going on within the woman, nothing else would be stable. So us women, we need to be strong, so that way everything can be, good and positive energy, so everything can go right. And also another thing, women are so truly important in our culture, and they give us out the most respect because we're the ones that pick out the chief. And of course, once everybody decides, like within the village, who they want as the chief, the woman has the final say. And we're also important because we give life. And one of our important symbols in our culture is Atabe. She's a symbol of Mother Earth. As you can see, you see here the frog legs, which means abundant life. And she squatted like that because back in the days, our women would give birth like that, squatting, standing up instead of sitting down or laying down like they do now. And right here you see Yokahu. Yokahu is, the baby inside her womb, giving life, just like the earth, gives life. And we respect our earth. This is our everything. Creator, earth, and then us.
This is a very profound symbol. Everything that you see there it has a certain meaning. Like you'll see 5 spots on her headdress, and those 5 spots are the 5 manifestations she goes by. Her positive manifestations, because she has also her negative manifestations, which that's like a whole different story. We'll be here forever. But also another important thing we find in especially in Taino culture, the frog. And the frog, when it gives birth or lays its eggs, it doesn't give life to just one. It's very abundant. It's just thousands. So we view our mother the same way. She just gives us and gives us and gives us, And Yokahu, that's her son, which is represents what we are, spirit and material. So Yokahu is like a representation of the people. So that's why we honor them, in our everyday culture. We give thanks to them, because without that we have nothing. We're nothing,
So, Junie, I noticed you have Atabe as a tattoo on your left foot or your right foot?
My left foot.
Can you describe why you put that on your left foot?
One of the main reasons why I put it on my left foot is because during our ceremony dances, we stomp on our left foot, calling, Atabe, which is Mother Earth. So that's one of the reasons why I put her on my left foot, because she signifies the earth. And when we do our ceremonies, when we dance, we stomp on it, giving her thanks, bringing all the good energy. And we just stomp, calling our ancestors, And
also, if you notice, it's on the left side. On the left side is where the heart is.
Mm-hmm.
So when we dance and we're stomping on that left foot, it symbolizes the heartbeat of our mother. So we honor her by calling, you know. So.
Can you talk a little bit more about your role as a traditional dancer, traditional Taino dancer, and what inspires you? What keeps you going to dance traditionally?
Well, first of all, we're trying to keep our culture together, and just bringing out our culture. They took us so much. They took so much away from us. So the little bit that we have recovered, we're trying to get it back. So once we're in the circle and we dance, it's all about positive energy. You know, calling our ancestors, letting our ancestors know that we're there for them, and also letting our most important people in our village and in our culture is the kids. We want to teach them, their culture so they can pass it on to generations. And to me it's very important because without culture we're nothing pretty much.
It's what keeps us going, the music, the dancing. It's all symbolic, each nation we know have their own dances, and we're fortunate that we were able to gain back a lot of the stuff that was taken away. Little by little, we're bringing our traditions back. To a lot of people, we might not be here, or we cease to exist, but this is proof that we're still here. We kept this. You won't find this, of course, in history books. This is stuff that have been passed down, little by little, and it seems like now it's more alive than ever, and slowly but surely people are waking up to who they really are, not who they have been telling us who we are. So.
Can you both talk more about the federal status recognition that you both are thinking being a part of? I know you mentioned it earlier today.
As far as that goes, there's only certain people in Puerto Rico and actually other parts of the Caribbean. They acknowledge who we are, but as far as like the government goes, the government still, still says we're extinct. And to me, it's just part of what's been going on over 500 years. They just want to keep us out of the picture. But slowly, we have been recognized by professors, by other how you call it, alcaldes and mayors in Puerto Rico. They have been acknowledging us because they see that who is this group of people that are practicing all this stuff, like so they've been acknowledging us and respecting more than anything our identity, because it's such a big part of our culture, our everyday life. And the governments won't. They'll try to do whatever just to keep us.
The census.
That's another thing I'm gonna get into. But as far as like if you want to get scientific, DNA is there. They have been testing people around the island for years now, and they have discovered that the Taino blood is there. It's the same blood that or the same DNA that you find in the bones of our deceased ancestors that they find throughout the islands. So if that blood is still there, why can't they acknowledge that we are still there? You know, it's just an out of sight, out of mind kind of topic, you know. But we know who we are, and you know, if they give us the recognition or not, it's not gonna take away who we are. You know, we're still gonna carry on our tradition, our oral stories, or our songs, our language. So.
So, I was wanting both of you. I'm gonna start with you first, Jenny. I wanted you to talk about what do you think about the interconnectedness of what you see with other Indian nations, and just not also with other Indian nations and Tainos, but also interconnectedness with other human beings. One thing that I've really enjoyed my stay with you and hanging out with you guys is that how when we talk, how we just find like, wow, you have that in your culture, I have that too, or that and that. So we just keep noticing these similarities and more commonalities than differences. Whereas I think a lot of times in our society, we're very focused on what is very different. We're always thinking exotic, strange, different, instead of commonality, community, unity.
Yeah, I think by all of us educating ourselves, instead of putting each other down or trying to find differences, if we just educate ourselves and listen, we can become more united, and this could be, a more of a powerful, movement, all of us together, because we all pretty much believe in the same thing: creator, the earth, spirits, ancestors. That's what pretty much connects us all. We just have different symbols. I mean, we do all come from different parts of the world, so not everything's going to be exactly the same because different languages. But it all comes to one thing: creator, earth, ancestors, spirit. It's a beautiful thing when you're...
Universally, we have more in common than we have differences.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like when the oppressor stepped foot over here, he started creating barriers, but we as a people, we tend to embrace more of what we have in common instead of the differences, and we still see that nowadays. If you go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, everybody's more open to these type of things. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like there's still that stigma there of...
Yeah, and it's not about the color. It's not about, oh, you're too white, you're not Indian, or your hair's too nappy, or it's not about that. If we look into our roots, we'll find out lots of truths that, we've been through a lot, and now is not the time for us to be bashing each other, or now is the time for us. I think this is the year of spiritual awakening, and we are going to get together, and we are going to do this, because enough is enough. So just thinking positive.
This is that's actually was more than ever bringing us together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there has been different groups that started their own thing, their own way, but our group started pretty small, and slowly but surely we see it growing. The people are coming back. The people pretty much have been sleeping for a long time, brainwashed for a long time, and now it seems like the Taino is waking up, and it's growing. It's growing. We see it. It's so evident. And we're all over the place. Where won't you find a Taino? So it's a good feeling.
in Colorado. And I was like,
I'm pretty sure there's a few in there somewhere.
It probably is. Tell them to hit me up. So, on that note, both of you, I feel like you all have a really big visions for what you see for Taino people. And not only that, I feel like you have bigger visions than just for Taino people, because I'm not Taino, and when I talk to you guys, I feel like I'm included in part of your vision for the world. So, in ending, what is your vision for the world? What do you see possible that everybody keeps saying that's impossible? What is that vision?
We gotta take care of our Mother Earth, our Earth. That's she gives us everything. Let our differences aside. Let's come together. The government is just trying to do its best to, just get rid of everything. I mean, some people are even paranoid to eat anything nowadays because everything's processed. Everything is, go back to the old times where we can just, grow our own foods. We gotta get out the matrix and
Love that.
And just spirit, live in the spirit. Living in the spirit is the way to go.
So it's all about respect. Respect each other. First of all, respect yourself. Respect each other around you. Respect everything basically around you. Any little thing you do around you affects you. Even you might not realize it, but it does. And I'm talking about from everything from the ground up. And more than ever, we're seeing that affecting us now. For so many years, people have been contaminating pretty much everything, and now we're suffering for it. So this is the best time to look further on where we're going. And part of what we're doing is connecting to our past, because without your past, you don't know where you're going in the future. So we're pretty much connecting this web, and everybody's part of that web. Not the World Wide Web, but the web of life. The web of life. So.
Sounds great. I just want to thank you both for your amazing Indigenous hospitality towards me and my journey of being here. I also want to say thank you to Mickey. You're awesome too. Mickey has let me stay in his room while he's been sleeping on the couch. It's awesome. So yeah.
Quick thing. The name of our group is the Concilio Watumaku Aburiken, which means the sacred fire of Boriken, which is now known as Puerto Rico. And I want to say hi to everybody who's going to be watching this pretty soon.
Hi.
We have brothers and sisters all over the place: Texas, New York, Puerto Rico, Florida, Italy, Spain. Our group is slowly coming together, but we're going to become that strong nation we once were. So
just let the spirits guide us, pretty much. That's how we all got connected.
So.
Oh, great ending note. Thank you.